Yo, yo, what up? Throw your favorite emoji in the chat if you can hear me. Let's see. Let's see if I can get this thing going. Yo, 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 can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me. I should be live on all the platforms now. Yo, Monotios on TikTok, what up? Need one. Yeah, today we're doing something pretty special. Has nothing to do with the Nomad E that I got in front of me here, and has everything to do with the shamble of keyboard parts that I have to the left of me. Yeah, so Mono here, I'll do you a little thing here. So yeah, so this is the Nomad E. This is my daily driver. I got the Atomic top shell with the MX Alpha Day key set, and then the white dial tip accessories. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about the products, let me know. I'm Mike. I'm one of the founders here at Work Louder, and today I'm going to be doing a cheeky little quick Ask Me Anything before I have to go. But while we're on this Ask Me Anything, we're going to be putting together the Knob One keyboard. So right now it's all in pieces, but I do have all the parts here today. So we will be able to assemble this thing fully and get it working on stream. I almost broke it. I almost broke it before the stream, doing like a little test build. But it's good. We're gonna be able to build it still. Can you give me a free one? No, I don't give out free ones. How much does this one cost? That's a good question. So the board itself is $349 US. The key set is $74, and then the accessory dial tips are $14. That being said, if you buy it on stream, I will give you the key set for free. So just throw your order number into the chat as it says here, and you get a free gift. And because I'm the founder, I can hook you up with extra special gifts like this key set for free. So if you toss in your order number because you purchased on stream, let me know by throwing your order number into the chat, and I'll give you that key set for free. So I'm just gonna check the chat here. Could you rebuild what almost broke on a live stream? Yeah, I'm gonna be building the Knob One keyboard on the live today. This is the top shell over here. By the end of the stream, we are going to have a working Knob One keyboard, and I can do the whole sound test and everything for you guys. Also, let me know if the music is too loud. I have some background music going on my end, but hopefully it's not too loud for you guys. I'm also streaming to 4 different platforms today. So if you have a question, throw it into chat. I should be able to see all of the questions. Okay, there's no music on your end. Okay, maybe it's because it's too low. I'm seeing the mic pick it up a little bit. Bro is not reading chats. Frankie, what are you saying on TikTok? Get out of here. You think I'm not reading the chat? I read all the chat. All right. Chi, let me know if it's too loud over on TikTok. I know TikTok can be a little bit louder than Instagram. All right. Let's see. What's it called? We got a couple questions here. Chirag on TikTok, link to buy is in my bio. So if you go over to the bio, you're gonna want to look up the Nomad E. Actually, there's a double special if you buy on stream, because there's already a promotion. Actually, hold on. Let me do some of this website action here. So here, look. Okay, so we're pretty much sold out of everything. So what we're selling right now is like the last of the stock. So if you want to get a Nomad E anytime soon, now's your chance, and it's the best time ever. Actually, if you buy on stream, it's even better than our Black Friday deal. So that's that's pretty crazy. Our Black Friday deal was essentially to give one of these top shells away for free. So yeah, we got the top shells here, so you can get atomic, atomic purple, graphite, or chalk. I think we're sold out of atomic and graphite. But still, you can still get the Nomad E in atomic over here, and if you buy it on stream, I'm gonna hook you up with the what's it called? The MX Alpha Day key set, which is this white key set that you see here. That's $74 normally. I'm gonna hook you up for free. So yeah, okay, man, chat's going here. Okay, hear it now. Perfect, thanks. Wait, that's not the Nomad. It's smaller than the Nomad. Game28 is asking on TikTok. Actually, what I have in front of me here is the Atomic Nomad. Actually, I can even show you what the chalk one looks like. Hold on, give me a sec. So I just so happen to have a chalk Nomad in the office here. So this is what the chalk Nomad looks like with the MX Alpha Night key set. So this is with the stock key set. Man, dang, getting a lot of questions on Instagram today. Let me pull down the website here for a sec so you guys can see it nice and close. Where do I want? I want that. All right, yeah. So this is the chalk here. Let me turn it on. This is the chalk Nomad with the red dial tip accessories. By default, this one comes with the red, blue, and yellow dial tips. But yeah, if you order on stream, I'll hook you up with the white key set there for free to go with this. All you have to do is throw your order number into chat, and I will gladly hook you up. All right, let's see. Sage Walker over on TikTok says, how much will be the one that you have right in front of you right now? Yeah, so this one over here is the Atomic colorway. So this one here is the Atomic Nomad, and then this one over here is the Chalk Nomad. So right now we only have the Chalk in stock, but the key set that I have on my daily driver over here, I can give it to you for free if you order on stream, and so you can get the fully kitted out white look for your Nomad. I mean, you're gonna get the black key set as well, but you'll get the white one as the freebie. So yeah, Orwell on Instagram says sell on Amazon already. Yeah, it's actually harder to sell on Amazon than you'd think, especially as a small business with like limited stock available. Amazon is like really good for like quick and easy products, or like much bigger companies that have like tons and tons of stock. We don't, so I don't want to like frustrate people on Amazon and like damage my listing or whatever. We're gonna wait until we're a little bigger before we get on Amazon, but we do sell these on our website, and you can find that in my bio. I did see you in store 974 over Obeda. Man, I'm butchering the names today. on TikTok or on Instagram saying, yeah, so we do, so that store's in, where is it? In Qatar? I think it's in Qatar. Yeah. So there's only like a few places on earth where you can find us in store at the moment, because we sell direct to consumer for most of our market. And in Qatar, out of all places, is one of the places where you can find us in store. Game28 on TikTok says, why does the Atomic look smaller? Oh, hold on, the chat's bouncing around. In terms of layout, it's not. It's maybe it's because I have the board slightly shifted, but now they're lined up perfectly. They're exactly the same size. They're exactly the same size. It's just I have the white version of this key set on that one. To Chavez on TikTok says, I need one of these. Been following for a long time. Thank you so much for the long time follow, dude. Hopefully you can pick one up soon. Hopefully before we sell out as well. Chirag on TikTok says, will you get a 97%? Probably not. We don't do like the 100% or like large builds. We're typically a fan of these kinds of layouts. They're really really good sellers online. What's the lowest price keyboard you make? Govi07 on Instagram asks. That's a good question. Yeah, it's gonna be this one actually. So at $349, I was thinking that maybe we had some of the starter creator boards left, but we don't. Those ones were at $249, and yeah, and they sold out already. But they're not even of the same style and look of these ones. Sir Endoplasmic on TikTok says, just got here. Curious if you know the. Curious if you could mash the keys a bit. Looking for a low profile, quiet keyboard. Yeah, that actually this is a great keyboard for that. Hold on, let me do you guys a little sound test. Let me just get one keyboard in front of me. Okay, I'm gonna pause the music here. By the way, I'm using both the Creator Micro and my Nomad to manage this stream. So like I got all my presets for all the different scenes and stuff on the Micro, and I was pausing the music with the extra macro keys on the Creator board or on the Nomad itself. So I got the mic right here. Keep in mind that the mic is mounted on the desk, and I don't have the best audio setup, but I'm gonna do you guys a little type test anyways. Let me just pull something up where I'm not gonna mess up the whole stream. Oh, actually, you know what? There you go. Problem solved. I'll just turn it off. All right. All right. Let me know how that sounded on stream. Hopefully it sounded good. All right, man, the chat's blasting today. All right, Floppa on Instagram says, magnetic thing if you want thing in your desktop is addictive to watch. Yeah, let me get that going again. So this is an audio visualizer. That's an audio visualizer from Burnslap. He only made 290 of them. He's a Korean installation artist. And he works with ferrofluid, which is like a magnetic fluid. Bin over on X is asking, can you do multiple letters like English and Arabic? So we don't have key sets like that at the moment, although we are looking at doing a custom key set service in the future where you'll be able to essentially create your own layout for the keyboard and then order that as a one-off key set. So I'm pretty excited about that, but we don't have that at the moment. Chirag says on TikTok, need a numpad, lol. Actually, we sell our numpads separately, so you can pick up a numpad in our store unless they've sold out. I love your product. I see you from Costa Rica. Hey, Jeff, how's it going, man? Said that over on TikTok. Is there anything with a numpad? UKKO is asking on TikTok. Yeah, so we do have numpads. They're just sold separately at the moment, and we sell them in the same format as the Creator Micro. So the Creator Micro, this particular one has like the dial, the roller, and then the two touch sensors on either side. We for the numpad, it's just all keys. There's no extra bits and bobs like that. Ryan on TikTok asks, is there a keyboard with a full numpad? No, not at the moment. Sorry, I'm just catching up on the chat here. Yeah, Game 28. I know it looks smaller. I don't know. Maybe it's the transparent top shell. Not sure. Bin asks, read Q on X. I think it just answered you, bud. But I can answer you again if you didn't hear that. We don't sell the Arabic key sets at the moment. DNE on TikTok asks, modular 100% keyboard, like with detachable numpad, could go on both sides. So that actually, what you're describing there is what we used to have in stock called the Creator Board XL. So that was this one. So we're not selling it at the moment because of lack of popularity. We're just working on an improved one. So when it does come back, it'll be even better than the one that you see in store now. Okay, catching up on the comments here. So Game28 on TikTok asks, can you release the STL files and sell the PCBs like a lot cheaper, please? Actually, what you're describing is the concept behind our where am I going here? Let's go to Instagram. What you're describing is actually, where's my account? Here we go. Is our we did a post, I think it was last month or maybe the month before, about a project that we're going to be working on called the XYZ line. Okay, it's this one. Let me see if I can. Okay, yeah. So for this post, if you haven't seen it, we're actually working on a 3D printed line where we're going to be doing boards where we just sell the circuit boards and then you 3D print the case at home. So those boards we're thinking are going to be able to come in at a much cheaper price point than our ready-built products because essentially you guys will be manufacturing half the board and assembling it at home. But we will be providing you with like really cool STL files and like IKEA style, like do-it-yourself build instructions. So yeah, so we're really excited about that. I think that one will be right up your alley, Game28. All right. Let's flip back to here and close that one. All right, I'm going to answer a few more questions and then I'm going to get into actually building the Knob One keyboard because I want to be able to build that before the stream ends. But keep the questions coming. When I pause, I'll definitely answer as many questions as I can. For those of you guys joining now, I'm Mike. Hi. I'm one of the co-founders here at Work Louder. And I'm doing a little Ask Me Anything today. And also, we're going to be building the Knob One keyboard. So I got all the parts. By the end of the stream, we will have a working Knob One keyboard that we will sound test at the end. All right. Let's see if I answer a couple more questions here. Can we get a price, Game28 asking on TikTok, can we get a price range for the XYZ project? We don't have prices at the moment. But for sure, you'll see the prices soon enough. Thanks, Blue. Appreciate that over on Instagram. Fantastic looking keyboard. Appreciate the love. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna start going ahead with the build. But if you guys have any more questions for me, throw them into the chat. Also, if you have an order number for me, let me know, and I'll hook you up with a free gift. If you order on stream, I'll hook you up with an extra special gift. All right. So with that, I'm going to turn off this board and I'm going to move this aside and get ready to build the Knob One. All right. Let's get some real estate here. Man, all right. Get that. Put this so I can keep an eye on the live stream. Alrighty. So I pre-assembled some of it to keep the stream a little bit more manageable in terms of length. But I wanted to keep it still a little bit in shambles so you guys can really see the construction of it and we can go through the build all together. All right. Austin on TikTok's asking, what's the iPod looking thing up by the mic? That's a good question. That's this like little tiny pod. I forget what it's actually called. And then I got like a little like I guess widget or screensaver thing on it that like looks like a Pokemon battle. but it's really just like the time. So it's like 6 o'clock at the top over there, and then it's like June 20th. So yeah, and then you can use the dial here to kind of like scroll and scrub. Although like I have it on the screensaver mode, so it's not gonna scroll and scrub at the moment. All right. Yeah, so yeah, two. I think I answered your question too. All right, let's go with a little build here. Okay, so first, what we're gonna do is we're going to add the gaskets on all of the sides of the board. So for those of you that don't know, the Knob One is actually a gasket mounted board, which means it uses injection molded. Where are they? Where's the little light there? Yeah, it uses these injection molded rubber gaskets essentially all along the perimeter of the board to hold it in place, but also to absorb shock. So that's going to add and make it like really thocky when you guys are typing on it. And it also makes the assembly of the board a little faster than if you actually had screws, because all you need to do is attach these gaskets instead. So I got this thing upside down. I'm gonna go and put this up here. All right, hook that in. Yeah, so we went through a painstaking process to design this board. So the original board was designed visually by Ben Fritz, who you've probably seen some of his renders online if you're in the design world or if you follow our account, because we post quite a bit of the renders that Ben did for this keyboard. And yeah, and so when we met Ben, Ben just had this idea to build this board, but he didn't know how to build it himself. And we said, well, why don't we just work together and make something really cool? And he said, fuck yeah. No, he didn't say it like that, but he was definitely enthusiastic about doing it. And then we've been working together, I guess a little over a year, actually. I guess it would be almost like a year and a half now, actually. Yeah, we launched the pre-order for the Knob One around last year in April. And it's taken us all this time to actually put this whole thing together. It gives you an idea of how long it takes to actually make a physical product from concept all the way to reality. But yeah, Mono is asking over on TikTok, don't know what to choose, all white or all black. Yeah, man, that's a tough one. I mean, I'm going for the all white aesthetic these days. Like this build over here. But yeah, let me know what you end up getting, because if you prefer, I can hook you up with the carry case for your purchase of your Nomad instead of the key set. So let me know that the all black look will look even sicker with the all black carry case. Hold on, I'm gonna have a little bit of my energy drink here. All right, so we pretty much got all the gaskets on now. All right, we're good. Where are you guys watching from, by the way? Let me know which time zone you're in. I'm in the EST Montreal time zone. So right now it's just about 6:40 p.m. in Montreal. Nice sunny afternoon. I love that it's like bright out now. Oh, nice, from San Diego. Very cool. Very cool. All right, so look at this, guys. So this here is the bottom plate for the Knob One. It's not like glued in or anything. It's just like sandwiched in. So yeah, you can see the CNC base of the Knob One, and then it's anodized this like space gray silver, which looks sick. So if you're an Apple fan, this is gonna fit right into your setup. Nice. CEST. Yo, what up? We're in the same time zone. Saying over on Instagram, saying amazing quality. I'm from Brazil. It's 8 p.m. here. Yo, what up, Brazil? All right, make sure that I have this the right way. Okay, actually, we gotta put the top shell on first. Okay, so when I was doing the test build of this before, I messed up with the little on off switch. I put it on, but then I was like, oh, I think I put something on wrong, and then I removed it without paying attention to the on off switch, and I almost broke it. But I saved it. So we're still gonna be able to get the build going. I'm just gonna be very careful when I'm assembling it now. All right. It doesn't sit as nicely without the little nib that I ripped off. So let me get everything set up before. All right. And we might have to do it the OG way. Okay, I think that's it. All right. So now that we got all the gaskets in, we're gonna carefully slide that in. All right, we got that in. Now we gotta pay attention a little bit to the dials. And then we just gotta finesse all these gaskets into place. All right. This is only my second time assembling this. Normally it's Mattia that does all the prototype assembly, but I was like, I gotta do it for the stream. All right. Gonna get all this stuff in. All right, we got that in. Just push, oh shoot, we're losing a gasket here. Okay, hold on. We didn't lose yet. All right, that guy is a little tight in there. Okay, he's good. Push that in, all the gas, this guy needs a little help. All right. This guy's getting a little pinched. All right. Oh boy. I forgot the trick that Mattia told me on how to assemble this this part of the gasket. What was the trick? Shoot. It's out of focus. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna put it into focus. Don't you worry. I need to get all these gaskets in. I know there's a trick for this part. I'm just forgetting it. All right, hold on. Watching Mattia do it, it's so much easier because he's so proficient at assembling these keyboards. All right, hold on. Got the dials there. Is the screen good? Okay, hold on. Okay, that's fine. All those are in, so this is the last one. Yeah, I don't want to push too hard on this. How did he say that we assemble this part? I just want to make sure that it's not the display getting caught. Something's getting blocked. What's getting blocked? It's not the dials. I think it might be the display. Come on, my guy. Okay, yeah, it was the display. Okay. Come on, you tricky little gasket. How does he do this? Alright, it's almost in. Definitely the trickiest part of the assembly is this part right here. Alright. If Mattia was still in the office, I would definitely have him come over and help. Yeah, I need to call Mattia to help with the this gasket. He was like, be careful, this one's a little tricky up here. Oh, I think I got it. All right, chat. I think I got it. I think we got it here. I think we got it. And this is the part where I turn it over and the screen's broken. For reference, I've actually already done that. So we were assembling it before, and I needed to I didn't have a display cover or like a glass that already had like the factory adhesive on the edge. So I was like, I'll just use super glue. It'll be the same thing. You know, it's a prototype. It'll be fine. And I put it on, and then I assembled it right away. And then the screen ended up getting, or is it like a bit of super glue all along the perimeter of the glass. So you can kind of see it. You can kind of see it over there and all that. So I ruined that display. So you can definitely say I've already ruined this board. But I think we're good. I think we're good, guys. I think we're good here. So yeah, so this is actually not the color of the original Switch. It was a test color, but yeah, that's a little hint of a new collab that we're working on. But I can't say anything more than that. Whew. Okay. That was the toughest part of the build, guys. That was the toughest part of the build. All right, so let's see if I can remember the rest of the build. All right, so now that we got all that, Mattia said, put the display section first. So we're going like this. And then he said that it just snaps into place. Oh, I have to put the battery. Oh my God, I almost forgot the battery. Okay, hold on. We're getting too excited here, chat. We're getting too excited. All right. So in the Knob 1, we're using a 3000 milliamp battery. So that's this one over here. And so we're just going to place it in the board here. I just need to find where the battery port was. Okay. And then Mattia said red to the edge. All right. So hopefully we see no smoke. No magic smoke. All right, we're good. I'm gonna save the boot up process for actually when it boots up. So I'm not gonna turn it on just quite yet. And I'm gonna make sure that it's not on already. Okay. All right. So now, where's the display? There's the display. This is how it goes. All right. Now we're gonna put the battery in. And it goes like this. The ESP is there, so we're good. All right, so we're gonna glue that in. Now we're gonna bring this up, and apparently we just have to seat this in, and then Mattia's exact words were, "It goes clack." so yeah, we should hear a clack, and if it doesn't clack, then honestly, that makes me a little nervous hearing that it goes clack. Oh, there you go. There you go. I don't know if you guys heard the clack. Guys, it clacked. Did you guys hear the clack? All right, so that was it. That's it. So now we're like 90% the way there, guys. Now we're 90% the way there. All right, I really can't wait to show you how this thing, like the magic of what I just did. So the clack there, what you were seeing, so what the whole thing, like you notice that I didn't put any screws in this thing yet. I haven't put any screws into it yet. It's all being held together just by the side, like the side force and the pressure from the gaskets with the aluminum top shell. And it's using a spring system, like a kind of like a spring, like a rubber spring system, which is that clack that you were hearing, because there's a molded piece on either side, and one of the sides, this side, is designed to push in when you kind of push down on the frame, and then you clack it into place. And so that's how we can get this screwless build for the Knob One. So yeah, we're actually like quite proud of this design. It wasn't something that was initially thought about when the Knob One was being originally designed by Ben Fritz. He just designed it as such because it looked cool, and then it was our problem to figure out how to make it without the screws. So in this board, there's actually only 4 screws. So if you were to undo this thing, there's just these 4 screws over here. And so what these screws do is they hold the top shell to the bottom housing in the center, where it's most likely to flex if there's downward force. So now that I'm putting these screws in, there's not going to be any flex in the center. It's going to feel like a completely solid board with no flex in the frame. The only flex that you'll feel is from the gaskets of the actual keyboard itself. So I'll give you guys a close-up of the flexing of the actual keyboard in a sec. But yeah, so you can see now the disassembly, 2 screws here, there was 2 screws there, and then 2 screws right on the top up here. That's it. Those are the only screws that you would ever need to undo if you needed to take this thing apart. And then subtle detail, small detail, but I'm a big fan of it. We custom molded, I don't even know if you're going to be able to see these, but these little silicone feet, and these little feet. They're little like hiding like little things. Hold on, my wife's messaging me here. Let me just answer. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just answering the wife. All right. Yeah. So these tiny little silicone injection piece, molded pieces here, fit right on top of the screws, so that even if you tried peering through the keycaps, you won't actually see any visible screws or any like silver pieces sticking out. And so I thought that was a really nice subtle detail to make the board extra polished. So we just push those in, just pushing those in just to cover the screws. And I'll show you what it looks like before and after. So you guys can see right there and there, we have the 2 screw points, and then we're gonna take the little silicone pieces and push them over top. So now you can see that's what it looks like with the silicone covering it, and that's what it looks like without the silicone covering it. And actually, if I put the switches on, you might be able to even see the difference that it creates there as well. Oh, speaking of the switches, these are our first ever totally custom switches. So we made these specifically for the Knob One, but we're actually going to bring these to all of our keyboards. So these are a Palm POC switch. So these are like super smooth. They're linear switches. These are our first, so like I said, our first switches that we've made. And which ones I need here? I need F9 and F10. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, so now that we have these on, you definitely won't be able to see that, but yeah. See, normally you'd be able to see the silver of the screw between the keycaps right there, but because of that silicone piece, it actually hides it entirely so that you don't see that through it. But yeah. So, okay. So now we got that. I'm going to put in the other one here. And hold on. I'm going to push that in. Is that? All right. That one's in. I'm going to throw the switches in there. Yeah, literally everything about this keyboard is custom. We left no keycap unturned while designing this thing. Ooh, I can even show you guys the other dial tips that we have. So this is actually a brass version. This is actually a brass version of it. But we're going to have, so like if I show you guys the originals. So hold on. Oh, hold on. Let me just throw these actually on the board themselves. I need to, where's the tweezers? I need to steal one of the clips inside here. Yeah, so these little black pieces that I'm pulling out, these are what allow the dial tips to fit snugly over top of the stems that we have here. Yeah, so I'll show you what both of them look like. Actually, all the Knob One orders are going to come with both the standard dials that we show in all the renders, and then a black version of this dial that I'm showing here. So I'll show you guys what that looks like on the board itself. So yeah, they just slide on like that. So here I got the OG dial tip. Here, hold on. Let's go to camera 2. So there I have the OG dial tip, and then I guess I don't know what to call. I don't know what to call the other one, but it's like the alternate dial tip. But that one's made out of brass. The ones that are going to be shipping with the Knob Ones are going to match this one. So they'll be the same look and finish. For that. So they'll both be aluminum, they'll both be CNC'd, and they'll both be anodized the same color. So if you prefer this one with the knurling on the side, you'll be able to use that. Or if you prefer the OG look of the Knob One dial tips, you'll be able to have those ones as well. Yeah, we added both to the kits because we really appreciate the wait that you guys went through while we were working on the Knob One. So as a little thank you, we added in both dial tips for you guys. For this build, because I want you guys to see what the Knob One looks like in all of its original glory, I'm going to use both of the original tips. Both of the original tips on here. Did I put that one on right? I think I got that one. There you go. There you go. Okay. All right. So let's continue with the build here. Adding in all the switches. I'm going to check the chat now for some questions because I haven't actually seen it in a while. All right. Yeah. By the way, guys, for those of you joining, hi, I'm Mike. I'm one of the co-founders here at Work Louder. If you guys have any questions for me today, just throw them into the chat. I'll be happy to answer any of the questions you guys have. Also, if you toss your order number into the chat, I'll hook you guys up with a free gift and an extra special free gift if you order on stream. All you need to do is throw your order number into the chat, and I'll add that gift in. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna check in on the chat here. Let's see. Game 28. I like it when it goes clack. Mono on TikTok is asking, is the shell aluminum? Yeah. So this shell is a CNC'd aluminum top shell. And it's actually a subtle two-tone build that we got going on here. So we got the silver, like the apple silver, for the main enclosure, and then on the bottom it's actually the space gray. So I think in the full cam view you can see that even better. So you can see the silver there with the space gray. I just think that normally I'm not a fan of two-tone stuff, but I think in this case it works really, really well. Adds a bit of dimension to the product as well. But yeah. Okay, we're gonna continue with the build here. If you guys have any questions, be sure to ask them in chat. I'm watching the chat of 4 different platforms, but I should be able to catch it all. All right. Mono on TikTok asks, can we hear typing sound, please? Yeah, I'm gonna finish assembling the board and we'll do a type test. Game 28, never forget to answer the wife. Very true. Very true. Neva on Instagram says, good morning. Good morning to you too. Dave says, looking forward to the switches. Yeah, these switches are really good. They're really, really good. Really smooth and really thocky, especially for a low profile board. I'm very excited to do the sound test. The thockier, the better. SubX on Instagram says, yes, I can't agree more. You guys need a shirt. Do you even thock, bro? Actually, yeah, we're working on some merch. It's not the do you thock, bro, but I think you guys are gonna like it. We did a little bit of a teaser post the other day. Let me know if you guys like it. It's the all gray shirt that we made with in collaboration with Davey Perkins, and it says on the front it says mentally, and then on the back it says lost in transit. And it was a little like homage to the fact that I always get distracted in conversations and I get lost in transit, mentally speaking. And so I thought it'd be like a fun thing to start with for all my ADHD guys and girls out there. Paul W on TikTok says, hey, wondering if you guys are thinking of making a 100% keyboard. Man, we're getting a lot of questions about 100% builds today. We don't have one at the moment, but the Creator Board XL will eventually be coming back into stock, and that's pretty close to 100% build. It does have the numpad in there, which is what I think you guys are looking for when you ask for the 100%. One computer guy on Instagram asks, I've always wondered, is the Nomad a multi-device keyboard? Yeah, actually, you can have 3 devices connected to it. So right on the back over here, we have where is it? There. We have the Bluetooth and wired mode switches. So if I just turn this thing on and bring this up to the camera, you'll see right now I have it in Bluetooth mode, but if I put it into the middle position, it's going to go to wire. So wired mode, and then over here is Bluetooth 2. So typically what I do is I leave it in Bluetooth 1. And that's connected to my Mac. And then I have a cable for my PC so that I just plug in the cable when I want to do like gaming and stuff. And yeah, I actually don't personally need more than 2 devices. But yeah, you can technically do up to 3 with the Nomad. All right. Yeah, guys, keep the questions coming, by the way. Okay, so we got Jules over on Instagram saying, love your keyboard, man. Have you shipped to Argentina? Do you remember if it arrives okay? Yeah, actually, we ship worldwide. We've shipped to Argentina. We've shipped to countries that I didn't even know existed, to be honest. Yeah, we ship worldwide. The only country that we have a bit of like an issue with is Brazil. Brazil customs is like really hard on everything in terms of like duties and taxes. So yeah, we were just getting too many packages refused being sent to Brazil because the customers were being surprised with a big tax bill. It's one of the only places that has like an insane duties amount. So yeah, that's pretty much Brazil is pretty much the only place that we don't ship to by default. It has to be requested and acknowledged that the duties and taxes are high for there. But yeah, Argentina for sure we ship there and for sure it arrives okay. Game 28 says, is there a release date for the knob macro pad and light switch? So we don't have a release date for the knob, the knobless macro set. And actually, for those of you guys that are interested, I can show you what that. Oopsie daisy, I don't have anything connected at the moment. Hold on. Knob.design. Okay, cool. So yeah, for those of you that are interested in what Game 28 was asking about, that's this one. So this is the knobless macro set. It's called knobless because initially when Ben was designing it, it was just the numpad, and which has no knobs on it. But then we thought it was cool if it was like modular and we had this like big knob on there, and so it eventually had knobs on it. So the knobless name doesn't make a lot of sense when you think of it as the set. But now we've started calling it the macro set. So if you guys are interested in the macro set, be sure to join the newsletter. Well, actually, it's down here to get updates from Ben as we develop this with him. But yeah, I want to see if we actually have the numpad in. We should. Maybe Mattia removed it for the time being. But yeah, if you're interested in getting the numpad, just send the account a DM, and I'll hook you up. I think we only have a few left. I think that might be why we removed it from the store. But yeah. Okay, let's continue with the build here. We're gonna minimize this. All right, we're so close. We are so close. Now I just gotta remember what key goes where. All right, we got the tilde up there. We got the right alt over here. We got the right left shift. And last, but certainly not least, the space bar. Is there a direction to the space bar? I don't think so. I think it just goes on like that. Okay, cool. Okay, last thing that we're missing are the magnetic feet. So we're gonna spin this around and they just attach on like that. So it's pretty cool. There's like this little groove in it. Hold on, there you go. There's this little groove right at the top, not the long one. It's the circular groove in it. That's actually to allow room for the little nibs on the bottom. So these tiny little nibs are actually the anti-slip feet when you have it in as we call candy bar mode, because it looks like a candy bar when it's all flat. So yeah, so we just attach on the feet like that, so they're magnetic, so you can remove them. You can actually also remove the magnet from there. So if you want to like print or do something to increase the typing angle, you can actually create your own little feet for it. But that's how it looks. All right. Do we have any questions before we try powering it on? I actually haven't powered it on after a build that I did with it. So we're gonna see if it works. Hopefully it doesn't flop on me live stream. So let's see if we have any questions here. No ice crunches today. Yeah, Dave on TikTok says, yeah, no ice crunches today. So yeah, if you don't know, I'm actually like pretty addicted to crunching ice. But no, I'm drinking straight from the can today. Not as healthy as you though, Dave. I know you got the liquid death game. You're strong with the liquid death. I got the real liquid death, which is the energy drinks. Subx over on Instagram says, I need to try one of these. Sleek. Yeah, man. Wait till you hear it. We're going to do the sound test here in a minute. Once Computer Guy over on Instagram says, so 2 Bluetooth and 1 wired. Yes, correct. It's you have those. On the knob, you actually have 3 Bluetooth and 1 wired. Just catching up on the chat here. I'm kind of a slow reader. So once a Computer Guy asks, now that you mention it, shipping includes tax. I'm in Colombia and we get a pretty big chunk of tax from other countries for the US. Yeah, the shipping includes the tax. So if you order over there, it's shipped DDP. So you won't have any issues at the border with that. Dave over on TikTok asks, is the knobless going to be a limited drop? So actually all of our collab products are all limited drops. So even the Knob 1 over here is technically a limited drop. If there's enough demand for it, like a lot of demand for it, we'll do another run. But at the moment, there's only been one run of the Knob 1s, and we made 1,000 of them. So if you're buying one of the Knob 1s, you're one of 1,000. Alexander on TikTok says, bro, it seems like an official engineering from nothing stream. Yeah, we're not related to nothing, but I appreciate the comment. Mono asks, how long does the battery run? Great question. So because this, I actually haven't tested this as my daily driver yet. I don't have a real usage of the battery yet. But the battery in idle mode lasts 45 days. So yeah, that can give you an idea. I can confirm the battery in idle for this keyboard. So you can just essentially leave it on and connected. It'll last 45 days like that. I would love them to collab with Nothing. I genuinely don't think Nothing would want to collab with us. I think we're like too similar in like the hardware space for that to be like an interesting collab. Although I do think a collab with Teenage Engineering would look really sick, mainly because Teenage Engineering doesn't do anything really outside of the music world, but I feel like keyboards could be something that they might be into. So I don't know. I think a Teenage Engineering collab could work, but I don't think a collab with Nothing would make too much sense. Legendary Testing Wizard over on TikTok asks, 3 Bluetooth? Yes, 3 Bluetooth. Actually, I'll be able to show you that in a second when we power this baby on. Taco over on TikTok says, hey, love the design of your hardware. Did you guys release the 3D printed keyboard? We're still working on it, so we haven't released it yet, but it's coming. Yeah, Dave, the 45-day battery life is pretty crazy. Yeah, Davide, our CTO, did a lot of work on the firmware and optimization of this board, and especially in the battery life department. All right, so I got to the top of the chat. As a little reminder, guys, if you have an order number or you're ordering on stream, throw your order number into the chat. I'm gonna hook you guys up with a free gift. I'm only gonna be streaming for another 15 minutes, so if you were planning on placing that order, place it while I'm on stream, because if you guys do, I can hook you up with a really great gift. Essentially, the gift is any of the accessories for the keyboards. So yeah. All right. So any more questions, throw them into chat. But with that, we are going to power this on. I'm going to do this in full screen mode. Here we go. All right, hold on. Let me get it like this. Let me get a nice little angle to it. All right, you guys ready? All right, there we go. Moment of truth. Oh, it's not turning on. Fuck. Why is it not turning on? Do I need to plug it in? Is it in the right mode? Guys, honestly, I didn't test this before. I probably should have tested it before. But let me see. Maybe it's the battery's dead. Hold on. It could be that the battery's dead. All right. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Something's happening. Oh, it was the battery. The battery was dead. Let's go. All right. So I need to leave it plugged in because I didn't charge the battery before the stream. But there you have it. There you have it. You have the functioning knob one. I'm getting the setup wizard. Actually, you guys can see it on my screen up here. I'm getting the setup wizard over there. So let me just set up the board. All right, we're in. All right, chat, we're in. Okay, so if I remember this correctly, and by the way, guys, I'm literally doing all of this for the first time on stream. So let me see if I can remember how this. Okay, this is actually, it's connected. Okay, so I'm turning it here. So this one's controlling the volume. This one's controlling the volume. You can see it going on my screen up there. This one, hold on, I don't think I put the dial tip on right. Oh, I think I'm supposed to hold on. I think I'm supposed to hold FN for this one. Is it the double tap? Yeah, I'm not recalling which it was here. I might have gotten the firmware with no widgets on it. Okay, let's do a type test just to make sure then. Yeah, I thought I got the one with the widgets on it. Maybe I'm just doing something. I feel like I'm forgetting something in my excitement to get this working. Oh, here we go. Okay. I was turning the wrong dial, guys. I was turning the wrong dial. Okay, let's see if I can get this all on here. So yeah, so you hold FN and then you turn the top dial and then it changes what widget you're on. So right now I'm on a developer build. So let's see what I can show you guys. Okay, so I can control the RGB. Okay, but I don't have the RGB. I should also be able to control the backlight for the keyboard by holding FN. And yeah, here we go. All right, I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see. Hold on, let me kill my lighting here. Where's my Google Home? Where's the lantern? Okay, I'm gonna kill this lighting so you guys can see the RGB here. All right, so we should be able to just turn, yeah. So you can see it might be a little bit hard on stream, but there's a little slider on here. And then as I turn this, you see how the RGB is changing? So you can change the color of your RGB directly on the board with the dials. So let's go for the classic orange, like in the renders. Where is the orange here? All right, there we go. Maybe looks a little different on stream, but there you go. We got the orange going. Let's see about increasing the brightness. All right, so we got this one here. All right, So yeah, so I can go and I can increase the brightness there. So you can see, oh, hold on. Might be a little hard with the lighting and the stream, but yeah, you can see I got the RGB going, and I can control it directly there. I think that's a good angle. I think you guys can see it like that. Yeah, so I can control the RGB brightness directly on board with the dials or with the FN keys at the top. But if you want to remap those FN keys to something that you can what's it called? You know, use for like macro keys, then you can continue to use the dial on the screen to control the RGB. All right, let's see what other widgets we got on here. Okay. All right, cool. So I haven't connected this via Bluetooth yet. So right now this is the Bluetooth widget. Again, I think it might be a little small. I'd pull it closer, but hold on, maybe I got enough cable here. Yeah, so essentially, so you can see the instructions on how to connect it. So the text says essentially if you hold FN and then you press 1, 2, or 3, that's how you'll be able to switch. That's how you'll be able to switch your Bluetooth connections. And it's actually pretty nifty. It's actually pretty nifty because you can actually control. You can actually switch to Bluetooth just simply by unplugging it. So if you unplug it, it'll search for whatever Bluetooth is around it. And then you can actually switch to your Bluetooth modes by holding FN and then pressing 1, 2, or 3. So right now it's in pairing mode, I believe. So let's see if I can connect this with my Bluetooth settings here. Oh yeah, here you go. Knob. You guys should be. I know I switched screens here. Let me go back to desktop 2 if this thing wanted to chill. Jeez. Okay, here we go. All right, so at the top of my screen over here, it might be, yeah, it's way too small on stream, but I got the knob going there. I'm gonna try connecting it. Oh, hold to pair. Okay. Okay, there you go. It's connected. Boom. All right, so now the little text on screen says connected. So now we've connected Bluetooth 1, and you can see. I don't know if it's charged enough that I can unplug this. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So here, I'll bring it nice and close for you guys, and try to angle it like that. So you can see I got like you can connect with the FN plus 1, 2, and 3, and then you can see at the bottom with the orange circles which Bluetooth I've got it connected to currently. So if I just go here and I hold FN plus 2, it should swap to the second mode like that, and you can see it's searching to pair right now. So yeah, so I'll just switch it. I'll switch it back to 1. Let's see what other widgets we got here. I don't know if what's this one? Oh, is this the time? Let's check. Is this one how? Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, cool. So then we can use the top dial to move between the different selections that we have. And then we can use the bottom dial to actually change the value. Yeah. So what are we? We're 18 is 6 o'clock, so 7. So we're 19, and then 24. 24, and then we're June 20th, 2025. So that's good. We're good. So I'll swap. So yeah, here is a little developer thing, so you can actually see what's going on with the board, battery consumption, the temperature of the CPU or the MCU. What I'm imagining is there. Yeah, you can see some stats there. Let's see, and then the home screen. looks just so I got low battery, so I'm gonna plug it in again because I didn't charge it before the stream. Just gonna go and plug it in like that. So now you can see that it's got a little charging icon in the bottom, and you can see the battery indicator right down there. All right, sweet. So let's turn down the volume a little bit of the music because I think I moved it up a little loud when we were doing the test. Okay, so I got 4 minutes left. So before we end the stream, we're gonna do the sound test. But I want to remind you guys, if you have any order numbers, throw them into chat so I can see Jack over on Instagram threw in his 216. I'm gonna copy that into my notes. Where's my notepad? And I'm gonna paste that in there. All right. Oopsie daisy. Let's go back over here. Boom. Okay, cool. Yeah, so if you have any order numbers, throw them into chat. If you buy on stream, I'll hook you up with an extra special gift. Essentially, any of the accessories for the product that you order. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm gonna aim to answer all of them before I leave for today's stream. So Game28's asking over on TikTok, will there be a developer mode to create custom widgets for it? At the moment there isn't, but we are planning on introducing that. It's just it's quite complicated to make an SDK. So yeah, we're working on it though. CC over on TikTok says my dream keyboard. Thank you. I really appreciate the love, man. All right. All right. Let's see. Did I get all the questions? Mono says, when I change day/night on your website, it doesn't change. Hard to tell which one to order. Let me check that for you, man. Hold on. Well, actually, I can even show you on stream, so you see a real version of what it looks like. So this white key set that I got here is the day version. So it's the white version. And then this one that I got here is the night version. So yeah, the night version already comes with your board. So if you order chalk, it'll come like this, except it's gonna have red, blue, and then yellow for the dial tips. But yeah, and it'll come with the night version. So if you want to get the chalk, I think we also have the atomic purple in stock. But if you want to get the chalk, it's gonna look like this, and then I can hook you up with that white key set to go with it, and so you can get that full white build. But yeah, that's what those two look like. I am gonna do a quick check on the website to see if there is an issue. Let's check it together. All right, we'll go keycaps. Yeah, so I mean this is the MX Alpha Day key set, and then the black one over here is the MX Alpha Night. So yeah, so night and day. Yeah, night and then day. I believe it also says below over here. But yeah, you can see what all of them look like beside, and you can also see like a bunch of examples of what the boards look like with the different key sets on it when you mix and match some of the keycaps on it. You can also see what the knob one looks like. I don't think I can expand this one. But yeah, you can see what the knob one even looks like with the MX Alpha night and day key set on it. Looks pretty sweet. All right, so with that, let's pause the music and let's do a little sound test. All right, pause the music. Bring this over. Get the mic nice and prepped. All right, let me switch to Bluetooth 2, where I'm not gonna type and create some problem on the stream. All right, and here we go. All right, so hopefully that came through nice and clear. But yeah, this board with all the layers that we have in it, with the gasket mounting, I'm telling you, this is probably one of the thockiest keyboards out there. I mean, maybe there's some keyboard that I haven't heard yet or whatever, but I've tried a lot of keyboards out, and for a low profile build, this is insanely thocky. If you're looking for a thocky low profile build, the Knob One is definitely the board for you. So yeah, switched it back into the stock mode. This one also has the Pomodoro timer on it as well, but the widget wasn't loaded into this developer firmware that I have. But yeah, so there you have it. If you guys have any questions. Any questions for me? I'll hang around for about 5 more minutes. But then after that, I gotta bounce. It is Friday, so I gotta take some time off. But yeah, so this is the Knob One for those of you guys joining. Just join. Can you do a type? Yeah, okay. I'll do another type test. Hold on. I see some of you guys are just joining. Hold on. Let me change the Bluetooth mode. I love how fast it is to change Bluetooth mode. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do another little type test for those of you guys joining. By the way, guys, this is stock. This is how this keyboard sounds stock, with no modifications at all to it. Like when you take it out of the box, this is exactly how it's going to sound. We went through painstaking process to make sure that our supplier knew how to assemble this thing so that it sounds as if it was modded by a pro. So yeah, so if you guys have any questions about it, happy to answer. This is the Knob One keyboard. We're currently selling them on our site, and you can find the link in my bio. So that's it here. Yeah, it's quite the keyboard. We've been working on this board for a little over a year now. We did the pre-order. We did the pre-order for it back April 2024. We just sent our PCBs for the final round of the prototype. We had an issue with the battery consumption originally with the first PCBs that we designed, but we found that issue and solved it, and now it has a 45-day idle battery life, which is honestly crazy, considering all the stuff that has into it. But yeah. How can I win a giveaway? So actually we don't really do giveaways, but yeah, maybe I'll do one on stream. All right, so we got Jeffrey over on Instagram saying I ordered the knob and then threw in his order number. Sweet. I'm gonna hook you up with a free gift because I know the knobs haven't shipped yet, and I'll be able to do that. Hold on, let me go into that so I can. Oh, look at that! I can type on here. Sweet. All right. What's the command for getting back I'm so used to my shortcuts on my on my Nomad that I don't even. I'm so used to the macros on my Nomad that I don't even remember what the regular shortcuts are uh, for for the commands to switch desktop. All right, all right, all right, all right. All right, guys. So I think that's going to be it for me. But we're starting to do a lot more streams these days. So if you guys have any more questions or want to see more from Work Louder, you'll be able to catch another stream very soon. Oblicious over on TikTok. Are you able to do a sound test? I'll do another quick one. Last one right before I leave. All right, let's do a. Let me switch Bluetooth modes again. All right, guys, here we go. Last sound test. Last sound test. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do a video with the sound test so you guys can hear it at your own leisure. You can put it on loop to help you guys fall asleep at night or something. All right, here we go. All right, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm Mike. I'm one of the founders of Work Louder, and I answer all the DMs. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out over Instagram. That's where I'm most active, and it's easiest for me to read the DMs. But yeah, hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll catch you on the next one. All right, bye guys.